Okay, I'm right now back at the end of this row where I'm doing the medium purple and the lighter color, and I'm carrying my medium purple along, and this is the last double crochet that I'm going to do halfway. Okay, so there I'm just halfway there. Now when I grab this purple and pull this through, instead of carrying, like I said, at the end of every row, instead of carrying that to the end where it looks messy, there's no need to, because I'm not going to need it till I get back on top of here, so just let that hang out at the back and do these last two double crochets without carrying that lighter color, because there's really no sense to carry it when it's right there where it needs to be. So I'm just going to do those finish those last two double crochets. Again, chain 3, and then I'm going to turn. Okay, let me get my thing turned here, and like I said, I like my yarn to be, so I let it go around the bottom. I know you can't see, but I let it go around the bottom of the work so that it's coming out from the front and over the top of the work. So now you'll be able to see that little trick I showed you earlier with the darker yarn. We couldn't really see that. So I've done my chain 3, and it's time to do my next double crochet, but this second double crochet I just do halfway because it's time to bring up that lighter color. And it's right here at the front, so I'm just going to bring it up through those two loops so that I have it ready. And like I said before, now you can see that when I'm going to drop this purple to the front, because remember I said that keeps your yarn from twisting up because my lighter color is coming from the right. And it's time to do my next double crochet. But instead of just going ahead and just doing it and not paying attention to that loop, because if I just left that loop there and went ahead and did my regular crochet, actually I should just go ahead and do it and show you, because I can take it out. So let's just say I go ahead and do my double crochet, and you can see what happens is I have my double crochet there really neatly and ready to go, but there's still this little loop where I've drug it up, and we don't want that little loop to show. So what I'm going to do is, before I do that first double crochet in that lighter color, like I said, I still have to think about my medium purple and have it there and ready to work over. And this is the place where I'm going to go is right in there. So you just sort of might have to move your yarn around a little bit to see where you need to go. But go ahead and yarn over to ready to do your double crochet, but swing your hook around and go up underneath that other loop, and then see how I can sort of move it out of the way to see where I need to go, and push my hook in, still catching that medium purple to do my first double crochet. Let me just go ahead and do one more so you can really see. And so now it's hardly even obvious where that stranded piece was, because it's just worked right in, and this double crochet is sort of nudging it over, so you can't even see it. And doing that little trick every time, because you're not going to need your lighter color or your darker color till you get to where you need it. And doing that little trick every time just makes it a lot easier. You're not carrying it to the end and then carrying it back, so it just or dragging it up the side. So it just looks a lot neater. And plus, if you're low on yarn, it sort of helps not to waste the yarn too. So I need to do one more double crochet halfway, let that drop, bring up the next color, and then just continue across the same way. And like I said, you've got to have 2 rows. So this is just my first row with the medium purple and the lighter color. And then that third one, I always stop and drop the yarn, pick up the other color, and pull in the new before I do my next 3 double crochets. And if you're doing this and you need to stop, or you're at a place you need to stop, I like to stop if you're in the middle of the row, I like to just stop there at the second double crochet, because then you can tell where you're at, and then you just drag your loop real big, and you'll know where you're at. And so now all I need to do is I just need to go across and complete this row. And I'm pretty sure this is my last row, and then I'm going to seam my my poncho together. Now, a tip, if you're going to do yours like mine, even though the other end down here that you started with has that dark purple because you did a single crochet row when you began, you really don't need to end off with that because this is going to be seamed to a side. So if I pull up this side, this is going to be, I don't know if you can really tell it, but that's going to be seamed to the side to make my poncho, and the sides have 2 double crochets on the end, so you really don't need that extra row or plain row of purple. So you really don't have to end that off with a single crochet row unless you just want to. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, but you don't need to. So I hope that that's sort of taking the mystery out of making this really pretty fabric.